What is a snobby opinion that you have? Anyone who spits in the middle of the street is at the bottom of society in my opinion. I read this is splits. I did too. And started wondering what sort of odd dance performances that commenter was seeing. Definitely agree about spitting. Though, if you take your shirt off in public when it's hot, i.e. walking down the street, in a pub garden, I'm obviously not referring to beaches and swimming pools. You're probably a bit thick. Ooh, good one. It's so trashy. I spend 5 weeks a year in South Italy and no one does this. If the hottest parts of Europe can keep their shirt on, so can we at 21C. 21C. I still have my coat on when youngish lads are hovering around town with their can of knockoff Monster. TV talent shows are the lowest form of entertainment. I disagree. Fake reality TV is Geordie Shore, Love Island etc. How does anyone enjoy watching any of that trash? Okay, everyone's given me justifications for watching shit TV. But I still think it's shit and I won't watch it. Please, you don't all need to give excuses for why you enjoy watching trashy TV or why it's entertaining and easy to switch off to people being stupid. Just say you like the show and move on. If your entire house is grey, you have a French bulldog, lust after Pandora charms and name your kids Mason Riley, Jackson Lee and India Rose, you are common as muck. Edit. Thank you for the awards, guys. Great to see so many of you agree. Tears of joy. Quite a few triggered people here who I can only imagine are typing angry comments after putting Ava Marie to bed. Try not to be too sensitive. Give Bailey your French bulldog a cuddle and pray at your Miss Hinch shrine. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Don't forget that live, laugh, love, on the walls. Trampoline in the garden. LED light strips all over the house. Glass, glitter ornaments and a tacky floral wallpaper feature wall. Edit. Let's throw in the crushed velvet furniture, curtains. What's wrong with a trampoline? Anyone who puts tinted windows, a spoiler or an oversized exhaust on their car is a fecking tool. Whether it's a Lambo or a Fiesta. I'd imagine your post is gonna get shat on for saying that, but I must admit I do agree very much with what you're saying. It's okay. I'm of their people. I feel like this falls into the same crowd as those teenagers that walk around with their hands down their joggers. Anyone dripping in gold and or designer clothes is vulgar and chavvy. Depends on the designer clothes in it. Emporio Armani? Yeah, probably. Dries Van Noten? Nah, definitely not. Not so much into fashion these days. But I assume DVNHASNT fallen down the same trap Balenciaga has over the years with over-the-top branding like EA7, Gucci, Versace, etc. I think that's one of the biggest tells. Like from what I can remember, a lot of high fashion WASNT subtle with how it looked, but subtle with the branding. So it was that type of if you know type of look, whereas the in-your-face shit was for people to advertise themselves. If you have a tattoo on your face, I'm going to assume you're a criminal or an idiot. Unless it's cultural smile with a halo. People's obsession with designer wear, regardless of quality, is kinda indicative of their dumbness. Is that a snobby opinion? I dislike designer clothes too. A lot of the time the quality isn't much better. It's just got a 3x3 cm logo on the corner. Also can't imagine that Gucci and other high-end brands are happy that 15 Yoscalis are running around council estates in their gear. Not really snobby, but I think people who call children Spawn, are a bit try-hard. Spawn. Crotch goblins. Sprogs. We get it. You don't like children. Congratulations. No need to be a prick about it. I've always considered sprog to be a somewhat endearing term. Not setting boundaries with children doesn't make you a good parent. Trying to get your child to like you by letting them do what they want doesn't make you better than strict parents. I have been both strict and can't be asked, so my opinion doesn't come from personal experience as such. I just can't stand when people think telling children to be quiet or not allowing them to stuff their faces means you are a bore or negative person. Also, it's not snobby as such, but many people hide their true selves when in the company of others. So the term never judge a book by its cover should go both ways. Nice people aren't always as nice as they seem. Had a close friend mention how someone living close by is friendly and talkative because they're a nice person. I'm very shy and introverted. My friend has even called me miserable because I can't talk to strangers. Turns out they're a partner beating cokehead. So yeah, that quiet person you may think is stuck up because they can't talk to strangers might actually be the loveliest person you've met. That outgoing, bubbly person may actually be a nasty piece of work. I remember having a good chat with my now 20-year-old about 2 years ago. After we had an argument, I told her that if she didn't hate me every now and then, I probably wasn't doing my job as her dad properly. Edit. Just to say, even no one has mentioned it. We always must be able to back up whatever we have denied or requested with good reasoning. If we're not able to do this, then we risk losing their respect and the respect for our decisions. And it must be in the best interests of them and or family. Not just in our best interests as parents. Exactly. I love you but I will kick your ass if you push it. That the majority of people commenting in this thread have made themselves look absolute twats in a couple of sentences. You did it in one winking face. I'm very skilled. Your bookcase should be bigger than your television. I say this as an avid reader who devours books and doesn't watch much TV. People put reading on way too high of a pedestal. You can access hours of high quality, educational, arty, or thought-provoking visual media or use that time instead to read 5 trashy, pulpy books. One medium isn't better than the other. As with anything, it's about your personal interest and the way you choose to engage with it. ITV is pure trash. Tabloid TV. Fuck you if you play extremely loud, obnoxious music from the tinny speaker on your phone on a bus with other people on it. Instant coffee is disgusting. Freshly ground and brewed or it's not worth drinking. I get the instant coffee thing. But freshly ground too? Do you grind by hand or will you settle for a mechanized grinding system? My snobby coffee opinion is owning an espresso machine makes you a complete moron who somehow fell for a solution to a problem that doesn't exist. If everyone minded their own business, the world would be a better place, including trying to police what other people wear where. That's why it's being snobby. The point of the thread. Just because you made a thread about snobby opinions doesn't mean people have to validate snobbery as being valid. I have an irrational and probably misplaced distrust of CITV and those parents who let their kids watch it over CBBC, CBeebies. I agree. But mainly because I can't stand adverts, and when my kids see toy adverts they just ask for everything. CBeebies or Netflix for us. Influencers should get proper jobs. Advertising, marketing jobs have always been a thing though. Aren't they just a modern version of a company rep, PR, working via a new type of technology? Social media.